Here's my analysis of the Baylor versus UCLA men's basketball game. This was a top 10 showdown, and whoever lost this game was probably going to be out of the top 10 anyway, because they lost to teams in the teens. Well, first of all, Baylor scored 80 points. They outscored them in both halves, but that's not the whole story here. The final score was 80-75, but that's not the whole story here. UCLA did shoot the ball well overall for 47.5%, for 29 for 61 from the field, but 4 for 15 on threes, which is critical. They made 13 out of 16 free throws. They had 32 rebounds, which 8 of those were offensive rebounds, 15 assists, 3 steals, 4 blocks, 8 turnovers, 17 fouls. UCLA did have 18 points off the bench, while Baylor shot 44.6%, which is a little bit worse than UCLA, but they had more quality attempts. 25 for 56. It's not as many attempts. 10 for 28 from the 3. 35.7%. That's huge. They made 20 out of 23 free throws. 87%. So back-to-back games now for the Baylor men's basketball team have been good from the free throw line, which is huge. They had 36 rebounds, so they out-rebounded them. They had 9 offensive rebounds in the game, too. So they had 14 assists, which is less than UCLA. They had 4 steals in the game, which is more than UCLA. They only had 3 blocks in the game, which is 1 less than UCLA. They committed 11 turnovers, which that's 3 more than UCLA. And they committed 18 fouls, which is 1 less than UCLA. So, 1 more than UCLA. So it makes sense why Baylor won this game. And Baylor did have 25 points off the bench, too, so that helped. And L.J. Cryer and Al Flagler combined for 50 points. L.J. Cryer had 28 points, 10 for 18 from the field, 4 for 8 on 3-pointers, made all 4 free throws, 4 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals, 3 turnovers, though. He got to work on that. Adam Flagler had 22 points on 7 for 15 shooting, 4 for 8 from 3, 4 for 4 on free throws, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 turnover, 3 fouls. Keontae George didn't have a good game at all. 2 for 10 shooting, 4 points, 0 for 6 from 3, 2 rebounds, but 3 assists though, but had 4 turnovers. And he just didn't seem like himself out there, and he had 2 fouls. Flo Thombo only had 1 point, which is 1 for 2 at the free throw line, but he had 6 rebounds and 2 blocks though. That's where he needed to step up, and he did. Joan Bridges didn't have a good game either. 0 points in the game, 0 for 3 from 3, 0 for 4 overall. 3 rebounds in the game, 4 assists, 2 turnovers, 3 fouls. I hope for his sake he's going to have a bounce-back game coming out. Josh Ujuruna had 7 points on 2 for 2 from the field, 3 for 4 at the free throw line, 2 rebounds in the game, but 1 block. Nothing else. No fouls for him. That's a bonus. Caleb Lohner did have 4 fouls in the game, I know. But 9 points on 3 for 4 from the field, including 1 for 1 from the 3, 2 for 2 on free throws, 5 rebounds, 1 assist. Dale Bonner had 9 points in the game, 1 for 3 from the field, 1 for 2 on 3-pointers, but 6 for 7 at the free throw line. That's living at the free throw line right there. 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 turnover. Langston Love didn't score any, didn't attempt any shots even, but he had 1 rebound in the game. So that's explaining that. So who does UCLA play next? Obviously they don't play in a tournament, because that was their tournament, this tournament, and now they lost 2 games in a row. I wonder if they're going to even be a top 20 team, but they should for sure be top 25. It's not like 2 bad losses or anything. They just lost to number 19 Illinois and a team that's in front of them. That's not really a bad loss. But they did lose twice. They're going to play Pepperdine next, like I said, 4-1. They're going to play Bellarmine or something like that on the 27th. So it's a tune-up game. Then they play at Stanford, that's currently 2-2. Oregon, that's currently 2-1 at home. And Denver at home, that's good. Denver is 3-1 to be exact. Then they play at Maryland, that's currently unbeaten, 5-0 on the 14th. Now, for Baylor's side of things, this is a huge win, first of all, for the program, for the season, to get a top 10 win. They play McNeese State next. In theory, they should win that game, but they play at Marquette, that's currently 3-1, and then they have to play Gonzaga at a neutral site. I mean, and it's in Sioux Falls, Dakota, and Gonzaga may not be a top 5 team coming when they're ranked prior to this game, but we'll have to wait and see. Then they got Charlton. In theory, they should win that game. Washington State has not looked that good either. They're 1-2. That's on the 18th, so you don't want to get too far ahead because it's December 20th is the following game I could mention, and that's even Northwestern State. And their last non-con game, just for the heck of it, is Nichols. That's currently winless. And Northwestern State did defeat TCU, so Baylor should not lose to them. They better not. So they do have two tough games after the McNeese State game. So, and the Gonzaga game's on Peacock. So, anyways, I just want to break down this game. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. It's going to forward to subscribe to more about it end of this year or sometime in the future.